All right. Hello, everybody. Again, this is author Nikila Shannon coming to you this week talking about just some of the nuggets that we could gain from my book. It's called Why Smart Girls Do Dumb Things and the God Who Loves Them. It is out on Amazon. But I wanted to take a few minutes to talk to you today about somebody new. Now, we've been talking about Leah for the last couple of weeks. And if you've missed those videos, definitely go check them out. We're talking about women in the Bible. And so there was Jacob, Leah, and Rachel. And so Leah was, most of her story was in Genesis 29, 10 through 12, 15 through 29. And basically, in a nutshell, again, go watch the other ones, and go read the scripture. But basically, in a nutshell, Jacob loved Rachel. He worked for her for 7 years. When it was time to go marry her, he got tricked, and Leah was thrown in the bridal suite. And so he had to keep Leah, and then he worked for another 7 years so he can marry Rachel. And so he ended up with both of the sisters. Now, through the first portion, Leah had a lot of babies, and Jacob didn't love her at all. But every time she had a baby, it was really to gain his love and affection. And so then on the other hand, we have Rachel. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about Rachel today. And most of her story can be found in chapter 30 from where I'm coming from. And the title of this chapter is called Really, Rachel? Really? So basically, it says in chapter 30, starts with, now Rachel saw that she bore Jacob no children. Rachel envied her sister. So this is where I had to say, really, Rachel? So Jacob loved Rachel. Let me just tell y'all, he loved her. Yes, he did have another wife, but he didn't love her. He didn't want to be with her. He had to keep her. And he had a bunch of babies with her, so she was going to be around. And it said that pretty much everybody knew that Jacob didn't love Leah. I mean, even God knew. And of course, God sees all, knows all. I'm just saying. But the Bible made mention to say God knew that he did not love her. So for everybody who knew that he didn't love Leah, they had to have known that he loved Rachel. So she's the main woman. She's the main chick. She's the head honcho. She's the number one. She's the everyday, all day. And Leah got what was left over. So Rachel, you know he loves you. You know he cares about you. She probably got the nicest house. Her sheep are probably the prettiest. You know, her dirt floor is not like anybody else's dirt floor. I don't know what they had back then. So, you know what I'm saying? But she was well loved. She probably had the best grapes and the best fruit on the table, the best handmaidens. She probably didn't have to do nothing because Jacob loved him some Rachel. So, of course, we all know that she was getting the better treatment. Now Rachel saw that she bore Jacob no children. First off, it never said Jacob was really tripping about that. Maybe in their pillow talk time, he had a problem with it. But, anyway. Rachel envied her sister. So then she envies her sister, but then she goes on and starts to do all of this other foolishness. She brings in, her handmaiden and all this kind of stuff in order to get her pregnant, to bear her children at her, in her place. And so I had to say, really, Rachel? Really? You got this man work for you for 14 years. You have his love. You have his affection. I'm sure you have whatever you ask for. If you ask for 2 pieces of fruit, I'm sure you get it. Poor Leah over there, she probably have to go get her own fruit out of the fields. I don't know. I'm just making up stuff. But I'm just saying, we know that she can have whatever she wants. She has it all. See, my fingers getting. She has it all. But she looked at her sister. It's all that her sister had something that she didn't have. So all that she had, she looked at poor little, not so attractive Leah and got envious. But before we start to point our finger at Rachel, don't we do it too? We could have a nice job, a nice house, a nice car. We could have tons of money in the bank. And then we'll look at somebody who has maybe a cuter husband. Now we jealous. Or we could look at somebody and they could be struggling. I don't know. And then they got one thing. And we like, well, why can't I have that too? And I think in the book I say something like, God can give us the planets, the star, the moon, the sun, and universes we ain't even heard of, and we'll be like, well, why can't I have the stars too? Come on, y'all. We cannot keep looking at our sisters as with jealousy, with envy, because we so focused on what they have that we're not even looking at what we have, and we don't know what it took to get them there. If Rachel had taken a second to look back, she'd have realized those babies that Leah had came because Leah felt bad, because Leah was trying to find her value on her back, because Leah was trying to find her value in having babies, not because Jacob loved her. I'm sure he spent more time in Rachel's tent than he did in Leah's tent. We don't realize what our sisters have to go through to get what they have. We don't know what they had to go through to get that job. We don't know what they had to go through to get that money. We don't know what they had to go through to get those babies. We don't know what they had to go through to get that husband. We don't know what they had to go through to get that ministry. So stop being envious. Stop seeing them as competition. Our sisters don't compete with us. They complete us. I can go to somebody with the women's ministry that helps women stop doing dumb things just like I do. She's not my competition. She's my completion. How can we work together? You know, hey, Leah, how can I help you raise some of your babies? Those are my nieces and those are my nephews. Let me see how I can help out. Sorry, my eyes are watering. It's winter. It's not a pretty month. Anyway, you know, so these are some of the things that we have to start thinking about when we looking at our sister and we envious of what she wants. So Rachel sees Leah. Then she gets envious. Then she goes to Jacob talking crazy. Like, why you ain't gave me no babies? Why you giving Leah all the babies? And he like, you should be talking to God, not me. Now you done created problems in your relationship because you worried about what somebody else got, what somebody else doing. Hello? Why you got to, Sarah got flowers at work, but he just bought you a brand new BMW and you tripping over the flowers you didn't get because Sarah got them. Come on, ladies. Come on, we have to stop it. We have to stop it. Stop looking at what your sister got and looking at it as something to be envious of or in competition for or whatever the case may be. See it as, okay, you get it, girl. You got the flowers. Congratulations, Sarah. That is awesome. Because in your mind, you know your man took care of you. And so then instead you going to him, you complaining about some flowers. He just bought you a BMW and now he mad at you. Now you can't find the keys to the car. You know what I'm saying? And you done caused problems that weren't there. Stop trying to look at what everybody else has going on. You never know how they got it. You never know what they had to go through to get there. Like they always say, don't judge my praise until you know my pain. Don't judge my testimony. You know what I'm saying? Some people we try to value they praise. Tell them, why she got to do all that. You don't know what she had to do to get to church today. You don't know what she had to do to get to work today. So stop looking at people, what they have, being envious over it, and then causing problems with the people around you because you don't have what you think you should have. That's for you to go to God with. And eventually she went to God, and guess what? Eventually he gave her a son. Just one. And Jacob loved that baby. It was his favorite. I'm sure he didn't tell the other kids. Yeah, he told the other kids. I know it was Joseph in the coat and all that. But what I'm saying is this, ladies. We got to stop seeing each other as competition, for one. And then for two, stop looking around at what everybody else got and then becoming envious when you haven't even checked your own blessing box. You ain't even checked your blessing box. Rachel, you got everything. And I know sometimes, ladies, we can have it all. We could be married. We could have ministry. We could have money. But we just really want to be a mommy. And then we look at the other women who are mommies and they're envious. But little do you know, that mommy is looking back at you like, I wish I had a husband. I wish I had some money in the bank to take care of these babies. I wish I had a nice car to carry them around in. You're looking at the girl in the church. She got 5 kids, 5 baby daddies, and you jealous over her and you sitting in a mansion with a man. Go to God for the things that you want. Don't be envious at your sister. You know, this not having babies put those two at odds with each other. So now they're competing. They're sharing their husband for mandrakes and all of this other foolishness. You got to go and read those 2 chapters. I promise you, I wish I could say I was making it up, but I'm not. Really, Rachel? Really? Are we really going to be envious over something that our poor sister Leah has? We don't know why she has it. We don't know how she got it. We don't know what went on behind scenes to get there. Leah's story is sad. And Rachel's story is amazing. But yet, they find themselves at odds. Really, Rachel? Check yourself, ladies. When you start looking at somebody and what they got, and y'all know how y'all do. Stop judging your sister's blessings without checking your own first. All right? I gotta go. So we're like almost 10 minutes. We could do this all day. Maybe we will. I don't know. All right. So you guys have a great day again. This is Minister Nikila Shannon, author Nikila Shannon. I'm not big on titles, but I'm Nikila. You can find me on Facebook. The information is down below in the video. Subscribe to my station so you can keep up every week. You guys are awesome. Daughters of the Most High. Do something smart today. All right. Love you, ladies.